What's up, family, and welcome back. Thank you for tuning in to yet another video. Today, we're going to learn how to divide fractions. That's right, we will learn how to divide fractions. And I know some of you are just cringing in your skin because you hate the idea of fractions. Well, we're going to show you as simple as possible how to do this. Ready, set, let's go.
E-I-E-I-O. We're dividing fractions, y'all. This is how it goes. Keep the first and change the sign. Flip the second and multiply. We're dividing fractions, y'all. E-I-E-I-O. We're dividing fractions, y'all. This is how it goes. Take the first and change the sign. Flip the second and multiply. We're dividing fractions, y'all. E-I-E-I-O.
I must add that even though I wrote this song, I have my first year students actually sing that song in the classroom as I was teaching them how to divide fractions. And the excitement in their voices made me continue to use this song as I teach dividing fractions. So I hope that this song's helped you and that maybe your teacher will use it in the classroom. It really did help my students that year. And like I said, I still use it now today. All right, let's go. All right, so it says to divide the following fractions. So we have 3/8 divided by 2/3, okay? So the first thing you want to do is rewrite the original problem. Now this is a skill that was taught to me by my 9th grade Algebra 1 teacher, Ms. Bessie H. Bird. She was like, listen, you always have to rewrite the problem because if you make a mistake, at least you know where you started from. So I've been doing that for years and I often tell my students to do the same thing, so rewrite the problem. So we're going to start off with that. Okay, now that we rewrote the problem, we're going to look at it to see what it is that we need to do. So because we're dividing fractions, we know we must follow the keep, change, flip method. So what does that mean? That means we're going to keep the first fraction, we're going to change that division sign to a multiplication sign, and then we're going to apply the reciprocal of the second one, which simply means to just flip it, okay? It's just that easy. So now you will see it written like this. So 3/8 remains the same. The division sign becomes a multiplication sign, and then we took that fraction and just flipped it. In other words, we took the 2 and put it in the 3 place, and the 3 put it in the 2 place, and now we have 3 halves. Okay? Now, the next step to doing that is to just multiply the numerator and the denominator straight across. So at the top, you have your numerator, and the bottom, you have your denominator. So we're just going to multiply straight across, just like that. And 3 times 3 will give you, well, let's do this. So 3 times 3, and then 8 over 2. I'm sorry, 8 times 2. So 3 times 3 is 9, and 8 times 2 is 16. So now we have 9/16. Okay? So at this point, we got to check to see if we need to simplify. And if we need to simplify, go ahead and do so at this time. All right, moving right along. So we're going to do the same thing with the next set of fractions that we have. We have 5/9 divided by 3/4. So the first thing, again, we want to rewrite the original problem. So once you rewrite the original problem, you're going to check to see if you need to apply the keep, change, flip. And yes, we do. So we're going to keep the first one, change the sign, flip the second, and then multiply. And we're going to simplify it. After multiplying the numerator and denominator straight across, if we're going to simplify it, we're going to get our answer as 20 over 27. It's very simple. You repeat the same process. Now, some of you may have asked, what do you do if there is a mixed number in the equation or in the division problem or in the fraction, right? Well, no need to worry. Whenever there is a mixed number, you're going to first just convert that mixed number to what we call an improper fraction. And if you don't know what an improper fraction is when you have the larger number at the top of the fraction and then you have a smaller number at the bottom, okay? That's what we call improper. So how do we do that first? Well, the first thing we need to do is to multiply the denominator by the whole number, okay? So 4 times 3 was going to give us 12. Then we must add the numerator to our product. So in other words, when we multiply 3 times 4, we receive the product of 12. So now we're going to add the numerator of 2, which is going to give us, 14, right? So now we're going to rewrite the whole thing over the denominator of 3. You want to keep the same denominator. All right, so I'm showing you that I did 3 times 4, and then I added 2. And now we're just going to simplify that, and we're going to have 14 over 3, Or I even turned around and converted it back to a mixed number, and then I also converted it back to a decimal. It just depends on what the problem is asking you to do. If they ask you to keep it as an improper fraction, leave it be. If they ask you to change it to a mixed number, you know what to do. If they ask you to convert it to a decimal, then you do the same thing. Now, I will make another video showing you how to convert a mixed number, improper fraction to a mixed number. I will apply that in my later video, and I will upload that for you as well. Again, it's been fun. I appreciate you joining me today, and I hope that you learned quickly how to divide fractions. Leave in the comments what you would like to see next. Again, thank you for your time. Have an amazing day. Please don't forget to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to Basic Math Skills with Mr. G.